Welcome to another episode, everyone. In the Los Angeles County Jail, the who ended up having to. Welcome to another episode, everyone. In the Los Angeles County Jail, the who ended up having to demolish 3 individuals in total. One was an OG who himself override the crime against humanity. There was 2 individuals there from the neighborhood in the Los Angeles County Jail.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Who will punch the 4th and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and that's complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series you have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on it, and they pick up the first down.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one goes for 30 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup at 4.
He's brought down at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Martin. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, here we go. 18, 19.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Ready?
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Set.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Okay,
From the
ready?
43, it's 2nd and 3.
Ready? Cougar 19. Ready?
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
60.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
19 Lions. 79 Broncos.
Daniel's going to throw for it. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. First down, here's the run with Martin. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Martin. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Goes underneath to Martin. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here we go. Ready?
2nd and 6. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
Come on, man.
Able to get this out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Throwing now is Daniels. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Nikah, 74 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you find carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Oh, I didn't get the pick. Wow.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Ready.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They set up the screen.
This dude holding me like a mother.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
At the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Go! 60, Buffalo, 18, 79, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Now he's going to step up and run.
Whoa, what? How was that not a sack?
To no one here.
Get out of here.
Away, and now it's third.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They run again on 1st down, Martin. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They run it again with Martin. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Back to the ground, Martin. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he stopped immediately there. He'll drop the throw. He'll try and do this himself. That is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Get out of here. What was that? I'm on it. I'm already on him.
A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have regained the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, how you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
Now he's free at the 35. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 10-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On second down, they'll run it here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Two straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run this one in. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your two-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have one or two for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Commanders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on fourth and goal. So fourth and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a two-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
19 Lions.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ready.
Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards.
Let's go, let's go.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go.
And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And this defense, up to the 36.
No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there for Washington. 56 yards.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 Lions.
To throw is Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jalen Lane from 8 yards out. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll give to Martin here out of the gun. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. We're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Up the middle, it's Martin. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Let's go. 18, go.
They'll try the middle with Martin. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll run for it. Martin. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7.
Go. COVID-19.
And now an audible here into something else. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 97 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
1st down, Commanders.
To the air goes Daniels. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. They'll set up to throw. That is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Viking at 65 sacks. Panther in 18. Buffalo 18.
Now back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check mash. Check mash.
They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Cougar 19. Go.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Back at the 34-yard line.
19 right. Dragon 60.
Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Cowboy 80.
That's out to the left and complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get it.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
70. 60 Maverick. Ready?
Now Daniels.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Ready?
On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And this time he's got the
My goodness.
and they bring it to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
18 Cardinal.
Here's Scott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. It looks like they'll move things around here. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll run. Martin. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll try again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Oh my goodness, come on, man. Where was everybody at? Where was my flash everything at? Nobody. My flash, nobody there.
Score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown.
Where was my, hey, dog, where did they go? Yo, man. Fuck. Motherfuckers just disappeared. Where they at?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Oh my goodness, 4. Pick him up.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to
He wouldn't click on nobody. That's crazy. Part of the game is that we ain't clicking on nobody.
That time for Washington. 53 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or you're just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Crack all 80. Steady.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Daniel's going to try to sneak. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though.
Oh,
Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never defeated.
Bronco switch. Roll. Let's go.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
Come on, set. Hawk 70.
They'll try and run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
27-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Pass complete, it's Scott. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Here's 2nd down.
Here we go. Go.
Back to throw. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Scott. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
7 Pirates.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And this one is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Final minute of play. Here's 2nd and 10.
Trap 60. Dragon 6.
Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores, you know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, come on, man. There's no way I can keep running, man. Stop.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.
I got that.